Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I am your host with the most, Malk. Like I said, tonight is at the glorious race of Austria, the first track of the brand new season of the F3 League. This is going to be an absolute belter. Unfortunately, there's a few drivers missing tonight, so this could be a chance for some of the drivers here tonight that could have a boost to start off with, to make sure everyone else is all set and ready to go. But boy, I'll probably get some pauses because I had to eat so quick to try and make sure everything's all set and ready to go. Like I said, good evening to everyone else joining the session. Make sure you got your like and follow on the Twitch channel as well to make sure you're all set and ready to go. Oh, this is going to be a belter of a start race of the Austrian track. And we'll go through the standing stuff in a minute. I'm trying to see who was out first. I think Frostdown will be the first driver of the brand new season of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, for the qualifying lap to see what time you have to beat tonight. I believe the reason why I said on that one, it's because we have got the weather crew have just confirmed now. I have been told there will be a dry quali. However, it's going to be a dry start of the race, but rain, and then rain in race. So that's what I've been told. So this is going to be an absolute killer for the guys who have not done any wet practices in the game at all. I've been told also that Snoop Dogg has only just got the game today, and he's going to be in such a shock to find out what's going to happen next year. We're just going to watch Frostdown coming up to the first corner now. Then coming up to, this is the first lot of the DRS part. Coming to turn 2, this is Remus corner. And then coming up to the original first DRS straight on here. And then coming up to Schloss Gold, shall we say. One of the drivers just went out of the way, moved out of the way a bit, so fair play to them. Turn 3 there. Coming up to Ratch corner, which is turn 4 now. Then coming up to Pirelli corner, which is turn 5 now. This is turn 5, then coming up to, which is turn 6 in a minute, but this is the end of the second sector time, and he's done a 45.5. That's a good time, to be fair, on the soft tyres. Worth curve, passing there, then coming to turn 7, which is already there. Then coming to the long straight here, then coming to turn 8 now. Then coming to turn 9, which is the Red Bull mobile corner, then. As you can see, for a stand, Luke Bailey is just ahead on there, and the time to beat of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, for the first time this season will be a 105.7. A 105.7 from Ferocious Stand, so a 107.4 from Tej. I will say this now, the absolute ledge. Oh my God, Tom has just gone wider. He's just lost the first corner there, so hopefully he'll bounce back there. Steve has gone for the hard tyres on the Ferrari car, so I was saying, Tom's an absolute legend. I've met him for the first time in so many years at Silverstone, and like I said, he's really trying to do everything he can to try and build up the confidence in the new game stuff. Like I said, I've been told he's lost a little bit of the pace, but I think once he gets the groove, once he gets the move on that one, the groove with the move on that one, and he'll be all right there. For F1 Richard, the McLaren boys are really up for it now. They're 106.1 from F1 Richard. Adrian Steele, click with a 66, is in third with a 106.2 on the soft tyres. Return of the Mac, there is, return of the Mac, there it is, in fourth place with a 107.1. Oh my God, the Mac just gone a little bit wide, lost the back end of the corner. Beatty Brad Clyde returns back into the racing grid. I've missed him on the track here. Hopefully he'll bounce back and get a good start into life in the F3 League again after a short break from the Invictus Racing League and in racing in general. But he's still doing the stewarding stuff, so fair play to him for that. Stephen did a 107.7 on the hard tyre. That is a good time, to be fair, on the hards. Nitrogas did a 107.9 on the hards on the Haas car as well. So for the guys who are in the soft tyres at the moment, the Austrian track is not the greatest. I will repeat, it's not the greatest track whatsoever with the soft tyres. No, don't tell me I've just seen a little bit of rain. Oh my God, I've just seen a little bit of rain. There's been of rain on track. Just a little bit, but not much. It's just a little bit of dabs here and there on that one. So that might compromise a little bit too much. The drivers are being warned as well, because this track, it's awkward to get into the pit entry as well. Don't go in late. Oh my God, the rain has kicked in. The rain has started on the Invictus League, the F3 League. Absolutely madness stuff here. So the guys are on the tyre, on the qualifying at the moment here. This will be make or break moment here. Will it rain at the end? Will it rain or will it shine on that one? Let it shine on that one, sunshines. Like I said, what's going to happen here tonight? D-Mac, we're going to watch him now. Like I said, the rain's slowly kicking in, so they could do a few more laps. But that'll be it. They won't improve, because the rain might just slowly kick in after now and again. We'll just have to wait and see what happens here. I thought it was going to be a dry quality from what I've been told from the weather crew, but I've been told the weather crew needs to have a kick in the backside to try and find out. 106.2 from D-Mac. That's a good time, to be fair. 106.2. So he moves up to 5th now. Tej did a 106.6 earlier on. So fair play to Tom. Nitrogas is on the hard tyres at the minute. Will he go into the pits? Yeah, he's going to the pits now. Where's Brennons? Brennons going to try and do his lapping now. This is a make or break moment. Snoop Dogg Market's got a 5 place grid penalty for collision with Steele. What has happened there with Snoop? Steele and Snoop must have made contact there. So the two Toro Rosso boys are having a mad stuff here. So that will compromise a lot there. Oh, Steele's got a little bit wide because he probably has a little bit of the front wing damage there. Who's Luke Bailey's done a 106.8. 106.8 on the soft tyre. Considering that was done earlier on, Ferocious Dan did a fantastic job there with a 105.7. Can anyone beat that? I've got a feeling it could not be improved, but the rain could play the cards right here. But what can Brennons do? Brennons is on the last corner of the Red Bull Mobile corner now, and he's done a 109.2. He's done a 109.2 on the hard tyre, so that's still, I reckon it's the rain that's kicking in. He's still going for it again, I think. Yeah, he's still going for another lap in here. So F1 Ferocious Dan is going back into the pits. He knows that the rain is starting to kick in a lot. I think everyone's going back into the pits now. Luke Bailey's just slowing down for going back into the pits. Oh, Stevens on the soft tyre at the minute. He's 5 tenths quicker on second sector at the minute. He might do a 107.2, depending on what he did on the first sector time. He hasn't got much ERS mode here, so this could be a make or break situation here. So Stephen passing the Red Bull Mobile corner, and he does a 107.2, as I predicted, as a guesstimate, shall we say. So that's a good time. 107.2 for O'Stephen. I think he should have stuck on the hard tyres, or maybe on the mediums if he could have had the chance there. But O'Stephen's on the only one who's on the proper lapping again. But Tej and Steele. So Tej and Steele are going to try and do another lap in here before the rain absolutely worsens the track. So I'm going to watch Tej, aka Tom, the legend, as always. What can Tom do on a 106.6? If he can try and get a little bit quicker, that'll be a fantastic time, whatever happens here. But he's only 9 tenths off the leader at the minute of Ferocious Dan, so that's still not bad time, to be fair. Yellow flag sectors 1 and 2, so one of the Toro Rosso boys, I believe, will be Steele. Oh, Tej has got a little bit wide there, that might compromise, but he's still going. He's still going. I thought he looked like he lost a little bit of the front wing damage there when I looked at it from that angle, but it didn't. So luckily, He's still going. Tej is still going on here. Hopefully the rain does not compromise. It's kicking in now, but I reckon the next few laps, I reckon it'll be even worse now. So the guys are going to try and get something out of it here tonight. Snoop Dogg's the only one who's not done a lapping yet so far of the debutant F3. Well, to say debutant, it's like the 2019 season proper. Oh, Tej has gone into the pits. Tej has gone back into the pits, so he's not happy with that. I don't think he's happy with that lap, or he's just not getting any quicker. Steele, Agent Steele got third at the moment in 106.2. The time has got even slower, 2 seconds off the time. So I will not be surprised if the guys are going to try out for the intermediate tyres at the minute. Good evening to Mike, the Slovenian legend. How you doing, mate? You alright? He's saying, evening guys, so sorry I can't race tonight. Was looking forward to Austria, one of my strongest tracks. Dan's doing good, Richard not too bad either. Yeah, to be fair, Mike, the McLaren boys are really going to go for it for the constructors after they missed out last season. Mike says, I'm absolutely knackered, mate. Oh, I tell you what, mate, I'll try and make it even more easier for you, mate, on that one. So what can Snoop Dogg mark? He's on the soft tyre at the minute. He'll be compromising a little bit of his lap in here. Might do a one. It'll definitely over the 110s, I think. Unless I'm being really harsh here. 110s. Oh, I was close. A 109.8. A 109.8 from Snoop Dogg, who just said to me before... Oh no, Snoop! No. Snoop! Oh, Snoop would be absolutely livid with that corner. I think the rain is starting to kick in badly here. Mike says, ouch. That's definitely an ouch moment there. F1 Richard is not doing a proper lapping. What can Nitrogas do? Nitrogas did a 1 minute 15.3 on the soft tyre just. I think this is what you see, is what you're going to get for the last 5 minutes of the qualifying. Mike says, doubt anybody can improve in these conditions. I predict it's going to be what you see is what you're going to get. To be fair, Mike, so you might be, well, you are spot on, to be fair, because 5 minutes left. Unless the rain stops, I can't see it happening. Now, the weather crew have been told it was going to be a dry quali, and then also going to be a dry start, but rain during the race as well. So, after watching that, Mike, after watching the qualifying times, Mike, is there anyone out there you think that could be a shock, or do you think there'll be some that you might predict to win tonight? So we're waiting for Mike's response. What can Nitrogas do? Nitrogas did a 1 minute 12.2. The guys are really they're still going for the dry tyres at the minute, but on my screen it's still raining. Yellow flag sector 3. Yellow flag sector 3. So something must happen there on sector 3 there. What can O'Steven do? O'Steven's really struggling with the wet tyre conditions with the drier tyre situations. Mike says Steele has got a chance. I think he meant he can pick it up, not her. He can pick it up where he left off of Prix. Yeah, Steele could be a Agent Steele click to click with a 66. He could be the one to watch this season as well. The guys are really struggling getting to the pit entry stuff now because of the wet tyre conditions. Majority of the drivers are all in the pits, except for Nitrogas and for, well, F1 Richard was out of the pits, but he's now back in. So I'll just wait. So, unfortunately, all the drivers are all into the pits with 3 minutes 23 left. Mike says pick it up. Yeah, he will pick it up, but he says he lost the win twice against me by his own fault. Yeah, that's a good stat. Well, I say not a good stat, but you know what I mean. It's one of those historical stats. With that, DRS is now disabled. Now race control disabled the DRS. is saying that the track is not safe for dry tyre situations now. Nigel Gash is retired, so I would not be surprised if the majority of the drivers would retire on this. I will still do the countdown timer in case someone does go out and try and do it. Mike says, will it rain in the race? If yes, a few laps on the Inters to see how the car feels wouldn't be wrong. Yes, I've been told from the weather crew, as I said just, Mike, the rain will kick in. Not sure when, but it will be on during the race on that one. So, good evening to everyone that's joined the session. 5 viewers. Go on, let's see some more action going on. Unfortunately, the rain has kicked in, and everyone else did the times earlier on in the qualifying if you've just missed it. So, Ferocious did a 105.7. F1 Richard did a 106.1. Agent Steele with a 106.2 on third. That's a good time. Peter McLeod on his return to league racing in fourth place with 106.2. Mike says nobody wants to have a feel for the track. Yeah, it's first race. Oh, Stephen's going out for the Inters. So he's going to try. Is it Stephen? No, I do apologise. I think that was Snoop Dogg. Yeah, Snoop Dogg Markey with 1 minute 37 left on the track. So, just seeing. So Snoop Dogg is going to try be brave on the first driver ever in this league to try out the intermediate situations here. But yeah, it'd be interesting stuff to see, and probably Stephen's on the intermediate tyres. I sound like a posh git on that one, shall we say. Mike says, I have to finish something on the computer, hope to be back mid-race. But next week, Monaco, I will be there. My first real league race will be Monaco, yeah. Peter Ricard has joined, so Peter Ricard did leave the session just, and he's just coming back in now. So we might do the countdown theme for the guys here, so they're going to try on the intermediate tyres. So just have to wait and see what happens here. Everyone Richard has retired from the session. So you know what's coming, guys. Oh, Mike! Stoop! The time is up. They've stopped the fans of the Crystal Maze, but I tell you what, they have stopped the qualifying. Mike says this is valuable experience for Snoop for the race. Same with Bo Stevens. So two drivers they won't improve the times, but they're trying to get some wets kick in on the track, shall we say. So it's good advantage for the guys here. So the guys are still, Stephen and Snoop Dogg are trying to improve. Well, trying to test around with the intermediate tyres. Mike says when the wet kicks in, he will know where and how to control the car. That is absolutely spot on there, Mike. Absolutely spot on. So Stephen Snoop Dogg could have an advantage here for the guys who have not done any wet practice. I know it's only been a few laps in, but that setup could work out well. So Stephen will go back into the pits. Snoop Dogg had a massive mistake on the last few corners there, but he'll know what to expect in the race kicking in. Mike says, see you later, boys. Good luck to all drivers. No worries, Mike. I'll see you later on. Hopefully you'll see it catching up in this halfway marker to see who's going to be winning the first race of the brand new season of the F3 League for the Invictus Racing League. The F3 League. You got Ferocious Dan in first, you got F1 Richard in second, Steele in third, Peter Ricard in fourth, the return of the Mac in fifth, Tom Tedra in sixth, Luke Bailey is in seventh, Stephen in eighth, Nigel Cash is in ninth, Brendan Brennons is in 10th, and Snoop Dogg Markey is in 11th. But we'll go through the race classification again so you guys can look at it in more detail. But Snoop can't go any 5 positions more better. I'm not sure what happened between Snoop and his teammate of Steele. But here are your short qualifying classifications for the Austrian Grand Prix. For the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, you got Ferocious down first, F1 Richard in second. The two McLaren boys are on top form of the qualifying tonight. Steele in third, Beadway Klein in fourth, DeMac in fifth, Tedroy in sixth, Luke Bailey in seventh, O'Stephen in eighth, Nigel Gash is in ninth, Brennons is in 10th, and Snoop Dogg Markey in 11th place. Obviously, some of the drivers who are not there tonight would have liked to have started the racing tonight. Oh, good evening to Snoop Dogg. He said, I spun, he then ran into me unluckily, really. Oh, okay, that's what's happened. I did not know what happened, so that's why I didn't comment too much. I just saw the positions, like you had 5 position grid place penalty. So that's why I was querying about it. What actually happened. I thought there was some incident between the two Toro Rossos, but that's understandable now, Snoop. Thank you very much for explaining that. But brand new season, majority of the returning drivers, but we've got a few drivers in who are brand new to the league. You got DeMac, Luke Bailey is an Invictus Racing League driver from last season, but he did drop down from F2 to F3. Mike, who's not there tonight, he will drop down from F2 to F3 as well. Snoop Dogg says, yeah, I ended up on racing line during spin, and then he ran into me. He had nowhere to go, really. Oh, okay, no worries. Fair enough. That's understandable, mate. That's really understandable. I did not know, like I said, I did not know what actually happened on that one. But I can't wait for the brand new season to start. I cannot wait to see who's going to be starting off on the driver stuff for tonight. Who do you think is going to be doing well tonight? Who do you think is being your drivers to watch out for this season? Who do you think will the McLaren boys try and finally get their constructors back? Would Ferocious win his first ever world title in the F3 League? Obviously, Captain Stiff, who did a magnificent job last season, winning the drivers and constructors, I believe. Yes, because Tej won the constructors last season with Captain Stiff. But it was a battle between the Williams and the McLaren, so I'd like to see if there's anyone going to try and stop Snoop Dogg and F1 Richard, who have been there for the last 3 or 4 seasons now of the same team, so they know what to expect, they know what to do with these drivers here tonight. And bear in mind, guys, this is a fantastic, this is a great group, don't get me wrong. It's been one of the greatest groups I've ever done, and privileged to be doing the commentary stuff as always for the F3 League. And every F3 season, league season, we've always had a title decider, whether it's a driver, constructor, or both, on the last race of the season. Can that record still go? Can anyone try and get a good start here tonight? Or will there be any issues? Hopefully there'll be no tissues later on tonight. But Ferocious Dan is in first. That'll be a good start for him. You got F1 Richard, his teammate, in second place. You got Steele, the Toro Rosso, in third. Peter McLeod in the Mercedes in fourth. DeMac is in the Racing Point in fifth. Tej is in the Alfa Romeo in sixth. Luke Bailey is in seventh with the Red Bull. That gives him wings, his hometown track. Well, the Red Bull car track, Red Bull car, should we say. O'Stevens on the Ferrari in the O'Stevens in the Ferrari in 8th. Nigel Gash is in the Haas, is in 9th. Brennons is in the Haas in 10th, and Snoop Dogg Market is in Red Bull, in the Toro Rosso type Red Bull, in 11th place. So we're all set, going to be all set and ready to go. All the drivers are going to try and get themselves prepped up and ready to go. Good luck to everyone. I hope this will be one of the bestest ever league seasons again, as always, for the F3 League. It's always been a shock. It's always been a surprise. But can F1, like I said, can the McLaren get their title backs with the constructors? Would anyone try and beat? Would Snoop Dogg try and extend his lead? But we'll have to wait and see what extend his opportunity here. But we've got 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. Ah, we are go. Looks like a good start from the McLaren boys here. Great start there from McLaren. Steele, slow start there. 2 in a bit. Two in a mid situation. Red Bull was slowing down there. I believe that was Luke Bailey there. DeMax dropped down to 6. Nitrogas drops down to 8. But this could be a belter. Oh, McLaren boys are still holding on. Two in a mid situations. Fantastic battle here. I know there's only 11 drivers in tonight, but this is an absolute belter of a start of the race here. I saw Stephen having a ding-dong battle with Nitrogas. I really do hope, and I keep saying this every week during the league racing and every season, I hope Nitrogas bounces back in every single possibility way. I really do hope he gets to the podium, at least to give that confidence boost every time. I really do hope to see, because he's a top-notch bloke, and he tries to do the Maitland's accent spot on there. Oh, yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. Peter McLeod has dropped down. So something must happen. He's going back. Is he going to the pits? No. Something must happen here with Peter McLeod. He's dropping down like domino effect here. Has Peter McLeod lost connection because he's dropping down like flies here? Oh no, he's bounced back up now. Nitrogas drops down to 11th. So something must happen there again. Oh my god, this could be a belter. We got Luke Bailey, D-Mac. Oh, Stephen! Oh, Stephen can have a chance against D-Mac. Oh, 1-2 in the mid. This is the first 2 in the mid. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. What a move there from Stephen. Oh, Stephen could be the dark horse of this championship season here. Fantastic stuff. I know it's only early doors here. Something must happen with Nitrogas earlier on. So I'd like to know what actually happened there. But so far, so good for the McLaren boys in the top 2. So far, Steele's trying to slowly catch up to F1 Richard here. Until I see the gaps, I can't see what's happening with everyone else. Fresh stands on the fastest lap of the race with a 1:09.2. Luke Bailey. Luke Bailey's got a chance now on Steele. Steele's really struggling with the soft tyres at the minute. Luke Bailey could have a chance on the podium stuff here if he plays his cards right. 2 in a bit. Oh, brilliant! Oh, he's gone a little bit wide. Steele's going back into this. Oh, they're going side by side here. Steele and Luke Bailey. Fantastic racing here. Steele's got the DRS and he makes the move and he gets back into 3rd. But can Luke Bailey bounce back here? It looks like he could have a chance here. Oh no, no. What a move! What a move there from Luke! I'm losing my voice! What a move! What a move there from Luke Bailey! Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant! Oh, Stephen can have a chance on Steele now. Steele's really struggling with the tyre wear. It looks like his tyre wear is absolutely struggling, unless he's got front wing damage. But at the moment we've got 2 battles going on. We've got D-Mac. Sorry, Stephen D-Mac. Sorry, Stephen Steele, sorry. And also we've got 4-car battle here at the minute. Between D-Mac, Clyde, Tej and Snoop. Oh, Peter McLeod! It's 2 in a bed. Brilliant move. Absolutely brilliant move from Peter McLeod. Tej's going to the outside. What a move! What a move! What a move! What a move! Oh, brilliant! My voice will be absolutely gone. It's absolutely gone. And it's only lap 4:36. Snoop! Oh my God, from 2 in a bed. Oh, well, I've got a little bit of contact there between D-Mac and Snoop. Oh my God, I need to have a few seconds here. My voice is absolutely gone. Fantastic racing here at the Invictus League, the F3 League. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. Brush started the fastest lap of the race with a 1:08.8 so far in this race. We got D-Mac, Snoop can have a chance. I'm going to watch from Snoop Dogg's point of view here to get on to D-Mac's view and Tej's view. Tej will be a sitting duck here if he doesn't watch out for D-Mac. He's pulling away a little bit from D-Mac, so a little bit here, a little bit there. like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like with a DJ moment there. But can D-Mac or can Snoop Dogg? Let's see who's quicker. It looks like. Oh, Ted just playing it safe, using all of Vic's experience. Oh, Snoop! Snoop's right at the back of D-Mac. Snoop's right at the back of D-Mac. Oh, don't do side by side here, please. No. Oh, thank God for that. D-Mac's got wide there. But this may compromise a little bit. Snoop Dogg said he was checking on the TT times earlier on. He said he was 2 seconds off everyone's pace. But at the moment, we might have another battle going on. Where's Clyde? Clyde can have a chance on another overtake here. No! Where's Snoop? Where's Snoop? Would take the move. Oh, what a move! What a move there from Snoop. Ted has got 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. Clyde, oh my God, these two are having an absolute ding-dong battle here. This is one of the bestest races, and it's only the first race of the season. Beat him, Clyde. Oh, brilliant. No. Oh, I thought Clyde was going to go for it there. Clyde's returning on fire here, trying to make the moves there. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant from these two drivers. And also, like I said, Snoop and D-Mac, brilliant driving as well from earlier on there. But we'll have another battle going on between Luke Bailey and O'Stephen. All drivers have done a fantastic battle here, whatever happens here tonight. Boy. Chance now for Clyde. Oh my God. Oh, I was going to say. Chance now for Clyde, trying to close in on. Steal! Oh my God. So Ted is going to the pits now. He's saying that those soft tyres are not good enough now. I'm not sure about the tyre wear because I'm not sure when the rain's going to kick in. Is it going to be late on? Is it going to be in the middle? They haven't said anything yet, but it could be make or break. Ted has gone for the medium tyre, which is probably the safest option if the rain's going to come in the next few laps here. I've noticed there's a few jumps at the moment here with a bit of lag there. Hopefully that will come off a little bit here. So Peter McCord, another battle here between himself and Steele. So I need to get a drinking quick before. Oh yes. Clyde will have the DRS straight in a minute. But Steele, where's Steele? Steele's gone. I would not be surprised if he goes to the higher ERS. Yeah, he's going for the higher ERS. Clyde. Oh my God, what's happened to Snoop? What has happened to Snoop? Snoop's lost the back end, unless there was a bit of I don't know if there was a bit of contact between himself and D-Mac. But no, actually, Snoop Dogg did get ahead of D-Mac. He must have just tried and spun. He must have gone back into. Sorry, I just got the food stuff. So BD McCart's the only battle we've got so far in this fantastic race of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, you have missed the first 8 laps of a frantic start there. So 2 drivers are already pitted. So Nigel Gas Brennos, they're going for the hard tyres, which they should last about at least 3/4 of the race if it's fresh as well. So with the tyre wear, it's a bit tricky because I don't know when the rain's going to kick in. It's getting cloudier. It's getting a little bit cloudier now. So I would not be surprised if probably on lap 13, 14, you might see a little bit of the rain. And then probably on lap 20 to 22, I'm guessing, will be the rain to kick in. Chance now for Bridget McClyde to try and get past Steele. He's been trying everything possible. Oh, I thought he was going to have a move there. He saw the move. But Clyde's saying, no, I'm going to take this opportunity again. Try and get as close to him as possible. Oh, Stephen's got another battle here between himself and Luke Bailey again. Might go have a look. Oh, Stephen's on fire at the minute. Last season he was really struggling with the way the cars were set up as well. But don't get me wrong, in the pre-season, I missed last week, so I do apologise for the guys who missed me with the commentary stuff last week. But O'Stephen could be a dark horse here to win a title, because even though he struggled last season, I reckon he'll be the one to watch. Clyde against Steele again. Clyde needs to have a chance to be closer to Steele. This is an absolute make or break moment here. The first of the DRS, and then the second DRS coming up soon if he can get the move right of the first corner. Chaz now for BW Clyde. Oh, this could be a belter. Welcome back, Mike. Oh, I'll come back to you in a minute. I'm just trying to see if BW Clyde has got a chance on Steele. You have missed the first 10 laps of the race. It's been an absolute belter. So many battles left, right, centre. I even lost my voice on lap 6, I think. Or lap 4, wherever it was. Oh, Clyde, I thought he was going to go for it then, but he didn't. He didn't get the move done there. Tej and Snoop are the only ones who've pitted so far in this race, Mike, if you wanted to know. Nigel Cash had a mistake. Something must have happened on the first corner, and he was drifted at the back of the pack, but now he's moved to 9th based on Tej's and Snoop Dogg's pits. So at the moment, Frosted and F1 Richard are doing a fantastic job with the McLaren boys holding on for first and second podium stuff here. I will be doing the interviews tonight, but it will only be a short one because I've got to shoot off after this race. Well, shoot off after the interviews quickly. We're still watching this battle here between Steele and BW Clyde. Still watching this battle. Oh. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, guys. The party was kicked me off. It's a bit weird. 3-second time penalty for Tej. So back to live streaming. So I do apologise for the technical difficulties there. Hopefully we'll be back. Oh, Clyde! I thought Clyde would have a chance here. This is a chance moment here for Steele. I have to wait and see what happens here with Clyde and Steele. I thought Clyde would have gone for it there, but he's still 4/10 off. Steele's really going for it at the moment here. Mike says the hard runners may be having an advantage if they can run into the wet crossover here. Yeah, to be fair, I really do hope it's not the PSN issues, because I've noticed a bit of lag during the stream. As in watching it on here as well. I'm hoping that's not too much of a trouble here. 11 laps of the soft tyres, so the guys, luckily it's not proper sunny. It's muck, as you can see, it's cloudy now. I reckon probably about the next few laps we'll probably see a little bit of dabs of rain. Probably see a little bit of dabs of rain. Mike says, come on, Clyde, go for it, mate. You can do it if you're being cute. Mike didn't say that, but I'll add that extra feature there. Clyde is pitting. Oh, Stephen is pitting as well. Will they go for the intermediates? Or it's very too early to say. I think they'll probably go for softs again. Or maybe mediums, actually. Mediums? Yeah, they'll go for medium tyre. This Clyde is definitely quicker. Mike says more balls on that one. Clyde, if he can't overtake, he should go for the undercut. Yeah, he's trying for the undercut here. So, O'Stevens gone ahead of Nigel Gash at the moment here. BD Clyde is just behind Nigel Gash at the moment here. But there's a little bit of gaps between everyone else until we get some more action going on. So I haven't said much about Frosted, who he was on top form on some of the races, but then he was really unlucky on some of the races where because of like PSN issues or just could not make the racing tonight. Luke Bailey's coming up to second place now. F1 Richards is in the pits now. So Steele is in the pits as well. Yeah, Ferocious Dan Mike says Ferocious Dan is running away tonight. He's not running away as in like in 10 seconds or 20 seconds. He's at like a 3 or 4 second gap between himself and his teammate. But now F1 Richard has just come out now, and he's closing on Brennans, who's in 4th place in the minute, still on the hard tyres at the moment. So the guys who are in the softs, they've gone for the medium tyres, except for F1 Richard, who's on the hard tyres at the moment. So he's going to go all the way. Yellow flag set to 2. There's been a yellow flag set to 2. Oh, Dimac's made a mistake. Dimac has made a mistake. His tyre wear must be shot there. Mike says Richard opted for the hards. Interesting. To be fair though, I don't know when the rain's going to kick in. Plus, he's got a good advantage here because the tyre will slowly not wore out because of the cold temperature stuff. Nigel Gash, oh my god. I thought it was what a move there. But brilliant stuff there. Nigel Gash moves up to 6. Beard McLeod in 7th place. Luke Bailey still. Oh my god, Luke Bailey's just caught out just ahead of the pack here. And therefore Richard can have a side by side with a 2 in a bed. We might have a 3. Oh please, I just want a 3 in a bed. I just want a 3 in a bed. Oh, Stephen! Could it be 2 moves in a 1? Oh, could it be? 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 No! He's going for it! He's going for it! He's going for it! Oh, fantastic! Oh, that would have been fantastic! Oh, he's done him! Oh no! Oh, Stephen! I don't know if those... Rain! Rain's kicking in! The rain is starting! The rain is kicking in! Oh, unlucky for Steele, who's just pitted for the soft tyres. Oh, Peter McCoy can have a chance on Nigel Gash here. Kai can have a chance of the overtake move. Oh, both of them are struck. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, Nigel Gash. Nigel Gash could drop down another place if he doesn't be careful here. Ted side by side with Nigel Gash. Rain's kicking in. The rain. Mike says great drive until the spin, yeah. Oh my god, they're all going wide. They're all going wide. Oh no, who's that? Tej. Tej's gone. DRS is disabled. DRS is now disabled. This is manic stuff here. Oh no, Stephen's gone off the track again. Oh my god, F1 Richards gone off the track as well. This is unbelievable stuff. The rain is absolutely shot here. Brennan's has gone wide now. Oh my god, that could have been nasty stuff there. Luckily, Brennan's has gone off the track and away from the racing line and stuff. Dimac has gone for the pit. Oh my god, oh, Stephen has spun again. This is absolutely... Mike says Nitro caught the car nicely. So I will not be surprised if the guys... Oh my god, 2 side by side then. So they are going for the pits. They are going for the pits because the rain... So they're all going for the pits now. Ferocious Dan's done a magnificent job. He's planned the strategy with absolute ease here tonight. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there, Mike, with O'Stephen. But yeah, he spun again earlier on before he went to the pits now, and now he's dropped down to 6th. So I expect Snoop Dogg moves up to 4th now. So I expect O'Stephen and Snoop to do well after their short practice in the qualifying with the wets. Here's a question for you, Mike. Do you think the rain will start to kick in proper, as in heavy rain, tonight, or do you think it'll be more intermediate tyre situations while you're watching? Good evening to everyone else joining the session. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, Ferocioustan is still holding on first and got the pole before the race, before the wets kick in. Mike says, well, Richard lost out badly. Yeah, he did. Richard absolutely lost out badly. I'm not sure what happened exactly with F1 Richard. I think it was just the car and the wets were just slowly. It was just like an instant. I did say between probably about 16 to 18, I think, or lap 20 to 22, I think, the rain would kick in, or slowly kicking in, or whatever the time's there. But Mike says he hopes for full wet conditions. At the moment, looking at it, it's not. It's more intermediate tyres, like sound like an American type. It's more intermediate tyres than it is for. Michael says Dan is in no hurry. He will be checking the gap to Luke and just control the pace to the end. Yeah, ferocious Dan, and I believe he's got the hat trick if it stays like this. Yeah, he has. If it stays like this, he will have the hat trick. As in the qualifying pole lap, the qualifying pole lap, the win of the race if it stays like this, and the fastest lap of the race. So he will get the hat trick of the crown here. F1 Richard could have a chance on an overtake with Tej. Two in the beds. Tej is going defensive here. Yeah, F1 Richard has got a chance here now, but struggling. Tej is really struggling with those tyres. I know they've just pitted for the intermediate tyres at the minute. Mike says, but maybe his nerves let him down. Oh my God! I was watching the comments there. Tej just lost a little bit of the car there. And F1 Richard was just lucky that, from what I saw, as I was just looking at the comments there, F1 Richard was really lucky that he didn't hit the back of Tej. Very, very lucky there, to be fair. But F1 Richard did a fantastic drive. Tej is trying to save fuel as much as possible here. So that's why he's a little bit slowing down here. I do feel sorry for Tej, for Nitrogash as well. I hope they bounce back. But next week, if you don't know what's going to happen next week, Monaco is come back into Invictus Racing Leagues. It's one of those tracks where everyone dreads, because it's one of those tracks you just do not want to make a mistake. It's one of those concentration tracks, whatever happens here. Tej has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did go wide, but because he couldn't control the car of the wets. The rain is more kicking in now. So I would not be surprised if we're on lap 24, that we could see proper heavy rain, I'm guessing. Mike says Tej is struggling badly there. Yeah, he's really struggling at the minute here. I'm hoping he will bounce back next week as well. And same with F1 Richard as well, who I think he would have had he got second to start off with. And oh my God, what's happened to Nitrogash? What's happened to Nitrogash? I'm not sure what's happened. Is he lost the front wing again? 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. Nitrogash is retired from the session. I think he's not happy with the situation of the car. I'm hoping he'll come back next week, racing and stuff. Mike says 10 cars to check it easy and points are there. That's true. Nitrogash has left the session, but it's just a matter of time now. Would there be any more action going on next? Or would there be would there be dries at the end? Mike says now is the time just to get points without risking too much. To be fair though, I would just take it easy and see how it goes tonight. But whatever happens here tonight, I believe Snoop and Steele could be in the lead, I think. 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4. No, McLaren boys will be in the lead. McLaren boys will be in the lead in the Constructors' title if it stays like this. So, Stevens, the only one that's closest on track at the moment here against Brennan. So, Snoop Dogg's done a fantastic job here. Mike says, in such conditions, wherever you are, just concentrate on your driving and profit from mistakes of others. That is a very, very, very good point, actually, because it's one of those tracks where if you haven't done much wet practice, but it's like it's the risk. It's like you want to risk it for a biscuit just to get some extra, just to get an extra point. But O'Stephen could have an opportunity here against Brennan's here for 5th. If the rate that he's going could keep going on this point here. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. So DeMac has made a mistake on there. So now DeMac, he hasn't lost the previous from me. I think he just did what O'Stephen did earlier on in the race. Just spun on turn. I can't remember what turn it was now, but Mike says Clyde's undercut paid off. It did absolutely paid off there from Clyde, because he was stuck. He was battling out with Steele with so much time there. So this could be a fantastic situation here between Frostan, Luke, and Clyde here, because at the moment here, those three have got a fantastic opportunity to fantastic stuff. To see some good battles. I know there's a little bit 12-second gaps between each one. Snoop's done fantastic, to be fair, considering he's only bought the game today and downloaded it today. He's in 4th place from lap 23-36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League as well. Oh, Stephen could have a chance on closing in on Brennan's now, so I'm going to watch that battle in a minute. Brennan's looks like he's really trying to tiptoe around the track here, but still trying to close in on Snoop Dogg at the moment here. Mike says, nice to see Luke doing really well. Yeah, I did not know what happened with the F2 side from last season from Luke, but like I said, I expect him to do well in F3 this season, because obviously he's experienced with the F2. And also yourself, Mike, because you have experienced the F2 before, so I expect you to do well at least in F3, and you did well last season. I know it's a brand new game, brand new season, but brand new stuff, but anything could happen here, whatever happens this season. But Mike says, oh my god, O'Stevens made a little bit of mistake, he's just dropped a little bit back. He says, had a few battles in pre-season with Luke. I think he was sick of me being ahead for 15 odd laps. F1 Richard has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So as things stand, F1 Richard will drop down to 9th. DeMac will promote back. DeMac, return of DeMac, will be back into 8th place. Oh, actually, scrap that. It's over 3 seconds. So F1 Richard is trying to pull away as much as possible here. Mike says Snoop is a natural. Yes, he is, to be fair. DeMac's dropped down. DeMac has made a mistake again. So Tej moves up to 9th. First stand laps DeMac now in 10th place. So DeMac is the first driver of the new season. Oh, DeMac has made a mistake again. He's lost the car again. Will he try and get back into this race now? Oh, Stephen trying to close in on Brennan's. Yellow flags is from DeMac after what happened with the spin as well. Mike says, last season I scored in all 12 races and bagged 7 podiums. 100% scoring is not possible anymore. Yeah, for yourself it's impossible now because you've just missed this race, but for the guys here, for the 10 drivers remaining of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League for this race. This could be make or break moments here. Yellow flag set to 3, and DeMac has retired from the session. DeMac has retired from. Oh my God, that's an awkward corner there from DeMac's car. I'm hoping that the car will be removed. Oh, at least it's removed quickly. Lap 25.36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. But yeah, it's more about consistency. Look what happened with Mr. Skycy in the Performance League. He's only had one win in over 2 seasons, and he's won 2 titles. That will never ever be repeated, and I repeat, that will never be repeated. Mike says no. DeMac could easily pick up the last point. Yeah. Just still try and watch this battle between Reynolds and O'Stephen now. Sorry about the pause, I'm just trying to get some more drinks to come in. But O'Stephen is the only battle going on at the minute, guys, so I do apologise if there's not much battles going on. Still watching lap 26 or 36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I'm not only live tonight. Oh, DeMac has left the session. I'm not only live tonight for the F3 League. We've got Energy Dan, who does the F2 leagues on the Twitch channel for the Invictus F2 League channel on Twitch. And also you've got Tim, who's the legendary Tim, who does the commentary with me on the Performance League on Tuesdays. He's doing the F1 on the Invictus F1 League Twitch channel tonight. And this is, like I said, the brand new season, brand new leagues, brand new game, brand new start for everyone else. Can anyone try and do everything possible here? We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But at the moment, Stevens still on that battle here between himself and Brennan's. But so far so good for the so far so good for Ferocious Dan, Luke Bailey and Beanie McLeod, who will be in the top 3 whatever happens here tonight, depending on penalties as well. I don't think there's been not much penalties from the top 3, I don't think. But like I say, I like to see some of the drivers who struggled last season but doing well in the race as well. You know, they really are competing. Like O'Stephen. O'Stephen's really struggled. I have to wait and see what happens with O'Stephen. Can he try and break the duck and try and get his first ever proper podium in this season? That'll be a good one. That'll be a good way for him to show that he can improve. I did say, for the guys who are joined Invictus, it will take about 3 seasons just to be really competitive and really, you know, enjoy it and stuff. But it's so much. You get so much battles going on left, right, and centre. You just never know what to expect. Just see what happens here on this one. Like I said, Nitrogash is just not happy with what happened tonight. I'm not sure what happened with DeMac, but yeah, the two drivers who had the first DNFs of the brand new season of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I would bet O'Stephen wanted the DRS straight, DRS option right here, right now, but unfortunately he can't do that. He's trying to save ERS mode, or try to use the ERS when he's on the straights here. No, he's not. Oh, Brenner's has got a little bit of the fuel gauge saying that he's on less fuel here. So Stevens has a chance here to try and up the ante here, try and do everything possible. So Luke Bailey's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I don't think that'll be Don't compromise too much here, but we'll just wait and see what happens here between O'Stephen and Brennan's. I will go to some of the drivers here who've not had any TV time at the moment here. Luke Bailey, I'm going to go back to him until I see O'Stephen closing in properly, like within 3 tenths. I will go back. Luke Bailey's dropped down from F2 to F3. He's trying to redeem. It feels like he needs to redeem himself to get that confidence boost back with the driving and stuff. And he's doing a fantastic job on the first race of the brand new season. He's doing an absolute fantastic job here. But if you're joining, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think is your driver of the day? Who do you think who's been your driver of the day so far? We're on lap 29 and 36. Who's been your driver of the day? Oh. And I could add that to my list of the drivers of the day. I always look for, when I do my streams, I always look for the positions. I do this every time, get it wrong. So Snoop did start off in 11th and finish in 4th, could be. So he'll be one of my drivers of the day. Brennan's and Luke Bailey, they could be the next lot, but Snoop Dogg will be in one of my lists of driver of the days. Froststone's done a fantastic job to get the hat trick. If it stays like this, anything could happen here. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh no, I thought the rain was just not slowing down a bit, to be fair. I thought there was going to be problems here, but fair play to Luke Bailey. I just hope that he'll keep this continued form, because he could be another shock. He could be one of the title contenders if he can keep consistency up. But I think Froststone will be the hot favourite for this season after he missed out twice on the Drivers' Championship, as well as Mike's, who missed out on the Drivers' Championship last season by so many points. I thought he was going to be right down to the wire here, but fair play to those two drivers, of Captain Stiff and Mike, who did fantastic jobs last season. Mike's just gone for the podium stuff and keeping the points and just does his race wherever happens, but had he not had the mistake in earlier on races, he would have done well, and that's the truth. Lap 31-36. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. If you're joining, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a few shocks, shall we say, in the racing. I believe that's Tej who's just laying, that's just laying Luke Bailey through. But yeah, Frostan, F1 started off in second place. Frostan did started off in first, and he's still holding there, and he will have the hat trick, whatever happens here tonight. And it will be a massive boost for McLaren team to start off with the constructors as well. But Luke Bailey's doing a fantastic drive. Snoop Dogg, who's only bought the game or downloaded the game today, starting off in 11th, shot his way up to 4th. But again, I could say this driver could be one of the drivers of the one of the drivers of to watch out for this season. It's make or break stuff for some of the drivers. It's just make or break. I believe Tej is going to the pits now. So it's still wet at the minute, like more intermediate, but it looks like the rain's slowly going away. But it's going to be very hard for the track to go back to dries when there's 4 laps remaining of the shortest track. Next week is the toughest track of them all, the Monaco track. The Monaco GP track. It's one of those tracks where you're just dreading it so much as a driver to make sure you don't make any mistakes at all. And look what happens here. You have to make sure you get absolutely spot on around there. But fair play to Invictus Racing League for the guys there to pick Monaco after so many years out. Probably about a few years out. We didn't have Monaco in any of the seasons properly, but Monaco's back, and luckily it's earlier on in the race, not later on. Peter McClyde got yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. Might be from Tej. Might be from Tej. Stephen's going to have a chance now. Peter McLeod, again, he's another driver for the driver of the day. It's very hard to decide which ones to pick for, because you've got Peter McLeod, who's just returned back from league racing. You've got Luke Bailey, who dropped down from F2 to F3 to bounce back into confidence boost, into the podium stuff. Snoop Dogg starting from 11th, could be finishing in 4th, depending on where he is at the moment with the penalty stuff as well. But yeah, it's just madness stuff here, whatever happens here tonight. The few of the drivers who are not there tonight, they'll be gutted, because this was the best opportunity to get some starting points, as what Mike said earlier on. To get some points in. Tej has left the session, he has not... Oh, he's just properly left the session. Steele is going to the pits now, he's 15 laps at the Inters. Are not done enough. His tyre wear must have been absolutely shot. So Tej's car is in the AI car. Steele's gone for the soft tyre. So unless I'm seeing something, Tej is back in. So it was an issue with the connection. I don't know if that was a mistake from Steele. Be interested to see if he can try and catch it to F1 Richard now. But I think that was a bad move from Steele. Yes, it's still wet. The track is still wet. It was a good gamble, whatever happens here tonight. Tej, I don't know if Tej can get back into the car. Looks like he can't, I don't think. Oh, Stephen could have a chance. On for 5th place at the moment here. He's trying everything he can against Brennan's, but it's very tough now. We're on lap 34-36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Nitrogash and Dimac are the only drivers who had the DNFs for the first time this season. I really do hope they bounce back, but with Monaco coming up, it's going to be... They have to like make or break, shall we say, on the second race. But I was dreading it with Monaco, because you just never know what to expect. But we're on lap 35-36. As you can see at the top right hand corner, Frostad just gone past, or maybe that was Luke Bailey just gone past from the first corner there. Oh, Stephen! No! Oh, good recovery. Good recovery there from O'Stephen. Now he's lost that momentum now, so now the gap's a bit backed up now. So now Brennan has got a chance to extend his gap from himself and O'Stephen. O'Stephen needs to do something to bounce back here. Steele. Steele had to let Billy Ricardo through. I think Steele gambled. Yeah, because the rain stopped. The rain has stopped, but the track ain't stopped, because it's still wet on majority of... Tej could nick 8th place here if he can still hold on. First stand coming to the... starting off on his final lap. Final lap of the race of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Yellow flag set to 2. Steele's gone off. Steele's gone off. Tej could have a chance here of getting into 8th place if he can try and catch up to him. But I'm still going to watch it from Frosherstan's point of view here. Tej's gone from 24 seconds to 15 seconds to go. 13 seconds now. 11 seconds now. But like I said, Tej's point of view might have a chance on overtaking Steele on the final lap of the race. But Frosherstan coming up to the final few corners in a minute. Tej can see Steele there. I was going to say O'Steele. O'Steele? O'Steele. That'll be a good combination name. O'Steele. Steele and O'Stephen. Frosherstan coming up to passing the Red Bull Mobile corner now, and he's done a fantastic drive. He's absolutely delighted with himself. So congratulations to him. He's just won the Austrian Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff from Verstappen. He's also done the hat trick. Of there. So Tej has moved up to 8th. So he needs to pull a few seconds here because I know he's got a few penalties. Steele! Steele. Luke Bailey finishes 2nd place. Fantastic drive from him. Peter McLeod, great drives from the top 3. So the top 3 will go into the interviews, but I'm not sure if Verstappen will have the mic with him. Snoop Dogg, fantastic drive from him, from 11th to 4th in his first game, proper league racing for the 2019 after today's point. Brent Owens moves up to 5th. O'Steven finishes in 6th. Efron Richard is in 7th. Tej is finishing in 8th. O'Steven, where's Steele? Steele's coming up to the final corner now. And F1 Richard will finish it off in 7th place. So what I'm going to do at the minute, I'm going to invite, unfortunately Verstappen hasn't got his mic with him because he's got to shoot off straight away. But well done to Verstappen, who's just won the Austrian Grand Prix, and to kick off the brand new F3 League, brand new season of the F3 League of the Invictus Racing Leagues. Fantastic stuff. And also well done to Luke Bailey, who's on his proper debut F3 race. He's done a magnificent job to get a podium stuff, as well as Peter McLeod, who returned from league racing after a short break on the. But yeah, fantastic stuff there from the guys. Hopefully the results grid will stay there for a long time, and I'll get some points. Fantastic, even though I didn't do anything. Fantastic stuff. Here are your race classification for the Austrian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You've got Ferocious Dan in 1st, Luke Bailey is in 2nd, Peter McLeod in 3rd, Snoop Dogg Marky in 4th, Brent Owens is in 5th, O'Stevens in 6th, F1 Richards is in 7th, Steele is in 8th. Tej had 4 lots of penalties on that one, but he's just got ahead of well, I didn't realise he had 12 seconds worth of penalties, but he would have finished in 8th, but Steele moves back up to 8th. Tej drops down to the 9th. Dimac and Nitrogash are the only ones who have had a DNF. Oh God, oh. Sorry about that for the stewards to have a look at in F3. I always forget to do that. It's the first race back. I'm going to invite Peter McLeod and Luke Bailey if they wanted to do the interviews as well. So I'm just waiting for the 2 drivers to join in tonight. So just waiting for the 2 drivers to come in and talk about their views of the race as well. Obviously Ferocious Dan would be here, but unfortunately he's also on the he had to shoot off straight away, so I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted. But we'll get to him in a minute. But before I carry on, good evening to Peter McLeod and Luke Bailey for joining the chat. Before you start, guys, can you make sure you got your loud voices to be shared on the party settings? So you go to party settings and just check that you can change the always to share your voice, always allow, please, guys. So while the guys are all going to be set up on there and ready to go, I'll be talking to them about their views of the race, how they thought about the battles of the track there, and their battles on track as well, what they thought was the best drive as well. And also I'm going to talk about their, which I don't think they're going to, I think they're probably going to hate me afterwards, but talk about Monaco, the dreaded track of ever before. So guys, are you all okay to go?
Yeah.
Cool, nice one. I'll be talking to Luke Bailey first, and then talk to BW Clyde as well. but before I do that, Ferocious Dan would have said a few words to say fantastic race. He had the hat trick. He had the hat trick of the pole, the win, and the fastest lap of the race. So fantastic stuff for him. I'm sure he'd be delighted, and great start to the F3 League, whatever happens here. Hopefully he'll get his mic back whenever he does come back to the podium stuff. Anyway, but hello Luke, how you doing?
I'm not bad, you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How did you feel about the race tonight?
Very good as long as it were dry. I was a bit nervous if it did rain, but yeah, I've totally set it up for dry and just totally mastered it for dry, and it just, I didn't know what to do when rain were going to come or not. It were a bit of a one. But...
Okay. But did you not had any wet practice at all before tonight's race?
Not much, no.
Okay.
Barely any, to be fair, but so it was just purely a full setup for the dry, because it don't normally rain that much when you do a lot of practice on it, but so yeah.
Yeah, but
plus qualifying didn't go too well. I went out just a bit too late when it started raining, so that ruined my qualifying.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought, I don't know if Luke can, because some of the drivers were coming out already at the qualifying, and I thought, I think this might be a little bit too late, but you might have just creeped in.
Missed it. Yeah.
But like I said, it's one of those tracks where you just never know what to expect, and it's one of those tracks you will always remember. I saw a few battles that on track, if I remembered it right, but has there been any good battles that you saw or been on tonight, from what you remember?
Not really. I mean, I started in 7th, so there were a couple of spins which boosted me up quite quick, and then I did a good start and got 2 positions. So once I got to 4th, that was pretty much it for me. There were not much else. It was quite a lonely race.
Yeah.
Second half, so yeah, not much to come from me really.
But don't get me wrong, mate. You dropped down from F2 to F3 this is your debut F3 League race.
Yeah.
I feel as though you've done a fantastic job, like a confidence boost, if you know what I mean. Did you feel like it's like a confidence boost tonight?
Yeah. I mean, with all the dry practice I'd done, I knew, like when I saw the fastest qualifying time, I was just in front of that on the dries, so I felt really confident if it were dry. But as soon as I saw it rain were there, I was just like, oh, that kind of, I think might have just done it for me.
Oh, okay.
If it had stayed dry to the end of the race, I think I might have been able to be a bit closer. But yeah, I had total confidence with dry. But as soon as rain and qualifying went wrong, I thought, yeah, I'm happy to have got in top 3, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair though, considering that you dropped down from F2 to F3, and this is the first ever league race of the F3 League season, I feel like I said that's more of a confidence boost, and I've said it before.
Yeah.
But it's more a boost for you. As following on from that question, do you think you could keep that momentum going, or do you think it's going to be a tough season for you this season?
I think some tracks are going to be tough for me, but there's a couple that I think I'll do really well.
Yeah.
Like following one of your next questions for Monaco, it's not going to go well.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to you more about the Monaco stuff in a minute anyway, but I think I'm just going to get the same answer from you on that one tonight, Luke. So
yeah.
But like I said, is there any drivers that you're going to look? There's a few more questions there. Is there any drivers that you're looking forward to have a battle after what you've noticed tonight, or is there anyone that you stand out?
Yeah, I think Stephen is going to be a bit of a close battle with me, because he was just behind me for quite a long time.
Yeah.
So I think he might be around my pace, with what I can see from that race. But with there being quite a few drivers missing as well, it's a bit hard to say, especially with me not knowing any of these drivers. It's a bit hard to say as well.
Yeah, maybe I put you under the spot too much, like under the light too much, shall we say? But I just wanted to see what your thoughts of the drivers and the track that you saw battling at the time. To see, it could be different when you get back into the podium stuff, either next week or whenever you're in the podium. It could have a different story, shall we say? But whatever happens, Luke, you did a magnificent drive as well, more of a confidence boost, and I hope to see you more in the podium stuff. But before you go, are you okay to stay for a few more minutes to talk about Monaco?
Yeah, fine.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Nice one, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Cheers.
Bit about Clyde. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Oh, how are you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. My throat was killing after all the commentary stuff, shouting after the first 4 or 5 laps, or 2 in a bed and 3 in a bed situations. But tell us your thoughts about the race. What's your thoughts of the race, in your own words?
I qualified decently. I was just starting to spit as I was finishing my lap.
Yeah.
Started in 4th. First lap of the race, I think it was. I ended up on the grass, so fell right back down the order.
Yeah, I saw that, and then you was banning out with someone earlier on in the race. I can't remember who it was. I think was it O'Stephen or was it someone else? I can't remember. But you had a great battle, and you had to do the undercut. Oh no, that was it. Agent Steele, double the click with a 66. You battled out with Steele for so much the dry stint. You got in to do the undercut, and it worked out. Was that the best move, best decision made you ever done?
I don't think I had much option. The tyre were just going off, so.
Oh, okay, fair enough. No, I thought that was the best decision that you did. Well, at the time, because I thought that was just one of the good decision making on the track and stuff, because you got stuck behind Steele and you was trying to get past him left, right and centre, and I wasn't sure whether you was going to get past him or not, but you took that with ease. Did you expect to get third tonight?
No, really. Going into the day, I was expecting not even to be racing, so.
Oh, really? Okay. So
it was only about 5 o'clock that I found out that I could race.
I bet it was like, oh, I wish I never said that, and now I've got it, and I could have got second or first if I didn't say anything on that one. But well done to you tonight. It's your first league racing back after how many months now? Or was it the whole season?
I did the first race last season, and then I stopped.
Yeah, that was it. Because I remembered you stopped. I couldn't remember if it was halfway or you know what I mean, you carried on, or you know what I mean, you stopped at the start or stopped at the halfway point. But I knew you stopped, took a break a bit. But it looks like you just haven't lost it. You just brought a little bit of pace back into yourself, Clyde. Do you think this is more of a confidence boost? The same with Luke's in the top 3 tonight.
Hopefully. Well, we've got Monaco next. We'll see what happens there, but
fair
anything
enough.
can happen.
Yeah. Like I said to Luke, I will talk about the Monaco stuff in a minute, because I'm sure you guys are not going to be happy with me talking about it, but I'll try and be as quick as possible for you two anyway. But would you say this is one of your best drives? I know it's only race 1 of this season, but would you say this has been your best drive of your career at Invictus, would you say? Well,
I've managed to get a win in the Performance League a couple of seasons ago, but
yeah,
I'm pleased with it because it's been the first race back for a long time. So
yeah, definitely. And like I said, I do look out for you on the results, you know, like on the track to see where you are and stuff. Because I've known you for like, feels like decades, doesn't it, Clyde? On that one, to be fair. So it's, you know, I like to see people who go for it. You know what I mean? And I really do hope everyone else, you know, show their strength, show their ability on the stream and on the track as well, and make sure it's a fair stuff. And I believe you two as well. You've done a good job, as well as for us stand tonight. You two did a good job, especially coming down from F2, Luke, and especially coming back from a break, Clyde. So well done to you guys. To be fair, for the performance stuff tonight. Are you alright to stay for a few more minutes, Clyde? If you'll talk about Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, nice one. Well done for tonight for the 3rd place, and I'm sure that will be a massive boost for you for the rest of the season on that one. I just spoke to the guys about their performance of tonight's race. I'm going to talk to them about the dreaded Monaco track. Now, the Monaco track has never been done for a very long time at Invictus. I'd like to hear what their thoughts are, what their expectation, like what their thoughts of the track. And I'm sure Luke was just going to say the same things as well. I just said earlier. Well, he said earlier. Sorry. What their thoughts of the track and what their expectations for next week on that one. So I'll speak to Luke first and then Clyde again. Luke, again, what are your thoughts of the track, of Monaco track for next week, and what are your expectations for next week for the second race?
I love the track. Just don't seem to get very many good results around it.
Yeah.
I think it might just be a bit of a practice thing. If I can try and get some good practice in. But yeah, I don't seem to have very much good luck. But
it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be a chance for you to redeem, you know, to get second place tonight, and then you might get another podium. I mean, anything could happen next week, or maybe a win.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you can just keep it out the wall and just keep plodding along, I think most times I've done it. If there's a lot that seem to have a lot of wing changes and crashes, so yeah, if you can just make it to the end, most times you can get a decent finish from what I've seen. But yeah, a bit of practice and I think keep it out the wall and it might be a good one this time.
Absolutely. But yeah, you just never know what to expect, and I wish you all the best of luck in the rest of the season, and I wish you best of luck for next week, whatever happens, Luke. And that is one of the best drives that I've seen you, and hopefully, like I said earlier, that'll be more of a confidence boost for the rest of the season to come forward anyway. But well done for tonight, Luke. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers.
Clyde, again, last two questions from you. From me, sorry. What are your thoughts of Monaco, and what are your expectations of next week's?
The thing about Monaco is you keep it at the walls, you'll end up finishing well. I remember the last time, I think it was when Invictus race, I crashed at lap 1.
Yeah.
When I first started racing online, I remember I think I had 3 wing changes and I still managed to finish 6th. So
yeah,
anything goes at Monaco.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nervous time, shall we say, of the track as well, because you just never know what to expect around there anyway. But whatever happens here, you did a magnificent job tonight, and brilliant stuff anyway from a break as well. So fantastic stuff, Clyde, and I wish you all the best of luck next for the rest of the season, and maybe could see you and Luke, or one of you guys, as well as Ferocious Dan, to be in the podium stuff for next time. So good luck for the rest of the season, mate, and I wish you all the best of luck in Monaco, the dreaded track, shall we say, for everyone to know. But well done tonight, mate. Fantastic stuff. Guys, you can stay if you want, because I'm going to do my final thoughts and then I'm going to stop the stream. But you're more than welcome if you've got to shoot off, you can shoot off. If you want to stay and hear my thoughts, it's up to you. But I'd like to say a big thank you to Luke and to BW Clyde for joining in the podium stuff. I will say my final thoughts tonight, and talk about the track itself for Monaco, and talk about what's going to be my thoughts from this race as well. Tonight's race for the first league racing of the brand new season of the Invictus Racing League F3. Ferocious Dan started off on pole after the qualifying went from dry to wet, and he started off there and he finished and also got the pole, the fastest lap of the race. So he has got the hat trick. He'll be the hat trick king until next week to see what happens next. Like I said, McLaren would have had a 1-2, but F1 Richard had a bit of a struggle in the end. But well done to Snoop as well for starting off with the game tonight, and he got back to 4th. Fantastic stuff. on that one. Well done to Clyde for coming back into after a break of the taking a break off the F1 racing and going to third, and Luke Bailey, who dropped down from F2 to compete in F3, and that is, like I said to the guys here, they've had more of a confidence boost for the guys here, and I'm sure whatever happens here, it's going to be a fantastic battle. There was so many 2 in a beds and 3 in a, well, there was no 3 in a beds, which I was disappointed with, but there will be lots of 2 in a bed situations throughout the season. But as I said to the guys, Monaco is the second race of the season, and it's going to be a nightmare for all the drivers, especially the drivers who have not got any points whatsoever with from that, well, for either not turning up or had the DNFs tonight. But I'd like to say a massive thank you to the guys who were in the chat. Well, Mike and Stephen mainly in the chat, and Snoop as well at the time. But also I'd like to thank everyone watching it as well. It's been a blast. And always remember, always remember, stay classy. See you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week at the glorious race of Monaco for the Invictus Race Elite F3 League Race 2. Ta-ra a bit. Bye-bye.